Welcome to Walk-Ons with Niko and Jackson. Just talking sports, couple of college kids. So let's just
Yes,
get
sir.
straight
Yes,
into
sir.
it.
Let's
Um,
do it.
I compiled the top five biggest stories of like the past couple weeks, past week or so, by ChatGPT. From like least important to most important. First one going to be McGregor's future. What do you think? He tore his ACL, MCL. He's
I mean,
washed.
he's 38, you know what I mean? Like this is such a physically demanding sport. I just don't know if you're 38, you got to come back a year and more on top of that for it's such a serious injury, especially at 38. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's again, like you said, it's bro, your body gets old. Like it can't
Yeah,
recover like it used to. And the same thing happened in his, I think was it Poirier or Holloway fight where he like tore his knee apart.
I think
Um,
so.
Granted, he was 10 years younger, if not more.
Right.
Um, so he's saying he's gonna come back. He says he wants to Holloway 3. Um, I just don't see it. I think the way he's been treating his body as well, with all the partying and punching old dudes is like not the best way to treat your body.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'd say like I mean I know there's like a lot of speculation on why he needs to do a three because he has one more fight on his contract with UFC. But like I feel like at some point you just got to be like, guys, I can't do this.
Yeah.
He's gonna be literally almost 40, trying to recover from a knee injury. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like we've seen it in the past. Like Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles at what, 39, 40?
True.
Came back and he's still playing. But this is the UFC. Like every piece of your body is getting just beat down during a
Yeah.
fight. And it's not just from getting punched. It's also like just everything. Like it's so physically demanding that his body might not be able to keep up, especially if his knee is bum.
No, yeah, I fully agree. I just don't. It's hard to see him coming back, and I feel like McGregor's the type of guy to want to fight for championships, even though this wasn't a championship fight. He's
Right.
arrogant. He has a big ego. That's cool. Like you need that as a
Yeah.
UFC fighter. But it's kind of like what I don't know if you remember DC.
Yeah, I do.
When
Because he
he
fought
fought his
John Jones.
yeah, when he fought his last fight, he was like, I'm done, dude. Like I'm not gonna compete for a belt anymore, and that's the only thing I want to do. So I'm
Exactly.
just gonna hang him up. And I think that's what McGregor has to take a stance back and be like, all right,
Right.
I need to call it
Because
quits.
because I mean, an ego is only going to get you so far. You know, you
Yeah,
see egos everywhere in sports, and eventually you just get to an age where even your ego can't hold you up through an entire UFC round or through a football game, baseball game, whatever. It's just like I think he's just got to set aside his ego and become like Conor McGregor, not the notorious one and
yeah,
only Con. He's got to like let it go.
yeah. No, I fully agree. So, all right, that's the verdict. Retire, hang him up. You're washed,
I think
pal.
the verdict is retire, pal. Like
Yeah,
you're done, buddy.
you're done. All
But
right,
and we're not saying this disrespectfully because
no,
I could not get into a
dude,
UFC ring for
no way.
13 nanoseconds. I'd be
Yeah,
cooked.
yeah, dude.
So,
You come at me at 5 seconds, I'll be like, all right, I'm tapping.
I'm
Yeah,
done. I'm
all
done. I'm
right,
done.
all right, all
We're
right.
good. We're good. We're good.
Sick transition to the next one. Golden State wins the NBA Summer League. What do you think about Golden State? Just like the Summer League, like, do you think those performances even actually matter?
I mean, obviously, I'd say they matter more for like younger kids,
Yeah,
like rookies and people who are still trying to prove themselves. But I don't think like you can be like boasting like, oh, Golden State won the Summer League. That means that we're going to be so stacked for this roster, all the young kids. No, that's just not how it's going to work. Like, it's great to see young kids getting a chance to show what they can do, prove themselves so they can make a small roster. I think it's like the smallest roster
yeah,
for a professional sports league. So it's already competitive. I'd say like for the actual NBA, I don't think summer league is like that big of a deal, but for like younger kids, like not Steph Curry, like younger kids who are trying to prove themselves, I think it's big. I think it's huge.
yeah. No, I totally agree. It's a lot of hype too. I feel like it's really big for the NBA because you have like DeBanza putting up 35, Darren
Hmm.
Peterson. They're just going back and forth. like I think one, two, and three all put up. I don't know if Cam Boozer put up like 30 points at one point, but I feel like all of them put up really high numbers at one point in the summer league, and that's just even from like a business perspective in the NBA. You're like, all right, these are our guys. This is the future. And the
Right.
entire time I was seeing like, oh, Debanza and Peterson are the next like McGrady, Kobe. So I think kind of like you're saying, you can't really bank on anything. Like I see it as kind of the preseason for the NFL, and
Yeah.
a lot of the ex champions have been bad in the preseason. Like you can't just
Yeah.
go based off that. But I mean, I think cool, Golden State winning, that's kind of good for them. Curry's
It
getting
is.
old. Draymond's getting old. I don't think Pods is the answer there. So to
I don't
see,
either.
yeah, to see Yaxel like actually kind of go off and lead a team, especially in the
Yeah.
summer league, I do. I think that's pretty cool, especially for Golden State, but I don't think it's like the
Yeah.
biggest news ever.
I agree. I mean, like, I feel like if you go back in like history, the amount of teams that win a summer league title and then go out and win the finals, it's got to be less than 20%.
Yeah,
Just because it's just it's like the minor leagues for the MLB. It's a great way for rookies to show off and like want the call up, but it's not going to impact the team 100% right away.
no, for
Unless you get
sure.
like unless you get the next LeBron coming in there,
Yeah,
then that's a little bit of a different story. But
yeah,
I don't think the next LeBron's coming for who knows how long.
yeah.
And I mean, I think that most of the rookies that came in to this summer league did great. I thought a lot of them performed. Like obviously biased, but looking at like the Sixers new rookie, I'm like, oof, this is gonna be a tough because we got three good guards and like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm excited now.
No, I feel that. Yeah. All right. So who was like your biggest rookie? Like who were you like, oh, this guy is kind of a baller?
If I'm being honest, I did not tap in enough to
Yeah.
the summer league to like register who I thought was doing the best. Like I
I
just
never
get the
either.
notifications, whatnot, maybe pop into the last quarter of a game or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I saw a lot of promising guards. That's what I will say. The guards drafted high. Ooh, they were
Yeah.
kind of cooking,
No, I agree. I was actually seeing that a lot. Just a ton. Yeah. Like a weird amount of guards this year. It's
right?
kind of interesting.
Which I think it's cool though that it's like moving away from like you've seen like the past few years. It's been MVP after MVP to centers.
Yeah.
Jokic, Embiid, like the centers that are just running the game.
Yeah.
Wembanyama now too. Like I think it's a nice switch now to go back to a guard focused offense instead of passing to your 7 foot center and having him drain a three over four people. You
Yeah.
know,
No, I agree. Totally agree. All right. So next thing, NFL training camps
sick
are
transition.
sick transitions. NFL training camps are opening. So what are you kind of watching? Like I know there's not a ton of news. I know personally I've seen like Aaron Donald might be coming back, but
Oh
who
my God.
knows?
If that happens as an NFC team fan, I'm
Dude.
pissed.
Yeah.
I'm tight if that happens just because oh my God, the Rams would be unstoppable. Myles Garrett, new acquisition. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in training camp just
Yeah.
because I want to see like explosion, how he works with the team and whatnot. A young defensive core, which is amazing for him because he could be a leader in that. So I'm mostly focusing on rookies and people who just came over to a
Yeah.
different team. So I'd say that's what I'm mostly focusing on. Because you don't want to look at your training camp team, and I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, Jalen Hurts threw a pick. Oh no, we're cooked. Like we're going
Yeah.
0 and 17. Like we're
Yeah.
not. We're fine. It's training camp, guys.
No, I
So that's what
100%
I will
agree.
say.
Yeah. Dude, the Donald stuff is so I'm a Hawks fan. I'm a Hawks fan. So it's
Yep.
like, whoa, dude. But
Yeah,
this is
you got a tough division,
I
buddy.
know.
You guys might be screwed.
Might be super cooked, but I know this is kind of like leaning away from training camps, but the the one story I think is so cool, like in my mind, is the rivalry between the Rams and Hawks isn't just like the division rivalry, it's a rivalry of how to build a team. Because
Yeah.
you see LA as oh flashy, you got Garrett, Stafford, Trent McDuffie, Puka Nacua, like all these guys, big contracts. They got SoFi Stadium. Like they're really big and flashy, and that's LA. That's what LA is about.
Yeah.
and they even their GM's like screw the picks, like who needs picks? And then you see
Right.
Seattle and they drafted they have such a deep team. They don't have a star quarterback. They don't have any like true stars. I mean, you could call Spoon a star, you could call JSN a star now,
I was about to
but
say Emerald City Route Artist has to
I
be
know
up there. Come
yeah,
on.
Ekra is so tight. But it's like they drafted these guys. They didn't trade for these guys. And
Right.
it's I think the differences of how to build a team and how to win differently is way cooler than just like a division rivalry. I know it's kind of a tangent, not like
Yeah.
really a debate, but I just wanted to go off on that for a sec.
I kind of agree. And obviously we saw it back what year was that? Was it 2021, I want to say, when the Rams won the bowl against the Bengals?
Yeah.
You saw that they went out, they got Stafford, they got everybody they could. They got a loaded roster, got rid of all their picks, won it that year. And then after that, they had to pay a ton of people. They lost a bunch of people. So they were still, and even through that, they were still a good team. They had Stafford on a huge contract, so he's there until he's freaking 82.
Yeah.
You just got Miles Garrett again. Get rid of all your picks just cause. I will say losing Jared Verse is going to be
Yeah.
huge. Is going to be terrible for him because I watched every Eagles game and I was sitting there in a dorm watching the game, and I'm like, yo, this dude is destroying Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Like he was in the backfield every single snap. He was just a monster. And so I think getting rid of a young stud like that, you're risking it. But to
Yeah.
bring in arguably the greatest edge of all time,
Yeah.
it's you have to make that sacrifice. But I do appreciate more the Seahawks how they go about it because you've seen like they drafted Kenneth Walker, they drafted JSN, they drafted Spoon, they drafted everybody they drafted, and they built that team from the ground up. Signed Sam Darnold, not a huge contract, but a good
Nah.
contract. Signed him after a great season, and he just continued on. I remember seeing everybody being like, "The Seahawks are dumb for this. Why wouldn't they just draft a QB? This, that, and this." What are they gonna say? What are they gonna say now?
Hey, what they gonna say
That's all
now?
I gotta say. What are they
What
gonna
are
say
they gonna
now?
say now? But
So
yeah, no,
I think
I
I
go ahead.
yeah, I think the development of like just this squad, like Sam Darnold, I think developed to be a better player as well from his Minnesota days because he kind of had to spread the ball around instead of just chucking it up to JSN or Justin Jefferson. So I am really excited to see what they do since coming off a big win. But
No, I mean, I'm ecstatic. I'm over the moon about this whole about him. And I don't every move that like Schneider makes now, he's the Seahawks GM. He
yeah,
is it's when they got rid of Russ, I was like, all right, what are we doing? Gino came in, we did amazing. When they got rid
yep,
of Tyler Lockett, brought in Cooper Cup, all these different things, I was like, all right,
yep,
we're going 8-9. Like we're gonna suck. But we just
right.
keep progressing and it's like the Seattle way of going and it's the dark side. It's the grungy way. It's the grunt they play the
Hmm.
grungy football. They play grungy football.
They
It's
do, they
pounded
do.
down your throat. Jadarian Price is gonna
Pause.
be a dog. Yes. Um, but Jadarian Price is gonna be a dog. Sharpen is gonna come back. I think it's gonna be the same as last year.
Yeah.
I have them and the Rams doing the same thing they did last year, going to the NFC Championship.
I was about to say it's kind of breaking off from the Seahawks a little bit, but like Brock Purdy and the Niners, you would think with the roster the Niners have, CMC, Brock Purdy, a insane defense, Bosa, and then they got what's his name? Sorry, I'm actually I'm losing it. George Kittle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If that team stays healthy, you guys are gonna have a tough division. But I
Yeah.
still think the Seahawks are my two pick. And I don't mean to say it as like an insult, but I think the Rams go freaking 16-1.
No, I
And then
agree.
I think the Seahawks are right behind them at like 14-3. I think
Yeah.
that they're only losing their games to the Rams, and I'd still say at home, what the Seahawks stadium is one of the hardest for people to play at. It's been said multiple times that they complain about Arrowhead, they complain about everything Link, but they say that Seahawks is just a different animal when you
Yeah.
go to the stadium. So I would say this might be a hot take. that there is a chance the Rams lose to the Seahawks at home at home be, at the Seahawks home. I don't even know how to speak anymore. Um, because of that atmosphere, you know?
Yeah. No, I 100%. It's Lumen Field. Or yeah, it's Lumen. It's they, like Beastquake. Like you have all these different things.
Yep,
It's like the
exactly.
Seahawks fans are they just. It's been said time and time again. It's been shown time again. There's some of the loudest. All right, so another thing, training camp. Who's your biggest breakout team? Like, who do you think is slept on, is gonna pop out, and everyone's gonna be like, whoa, you know?
Personally, even as an Eagles fan, I'm kind of pulling for the Giants to make the
Yeah.
playoffs with us. So obviously ASU, come on now,
Yep.
represent, forks
Yep.
up. Cam
Scat.
Scattaboo. I was so mad when they drafted him because I was like,
Yeah.
damn, now I gotta root for the Giants. Um, I so obviously love him. Jackson Dart, I think, is one of the most explosive and has the highest potential of a quarterback right now, besides Jaden Daniels. Um, so I don't know. I would say I'm kind of excited to see what the Giants can do as long as they stay healthy. Like they're getting Malik Neighbors back, Scats back, Dart's back. They're getting a whole squad. They lost Dexter Lawrence, which is unfortunate, but I still think they're gonna give us a run for our money.
No, I 100% agree. And yeah, I mean, the Giants, they got, yeah, Malik Neighbors coming back. They're gonna be, they're gonna be fantastic. Like
Oh, and
it's
I forgot Harbaugh's coaching them too now.
Harbaugh's coaching them. OBJ is back. Like you got all
Yup.
these guys.
I would say OBJ's he's like the legend pick
Yeah.
of the All-Star game. He's there to help coach Neighbors a little bit,
Yeah.
and I think he's gonna be like a good person to have there on the sidelines with Harbaugh. So,
That's valid. As long as they don't take another boat pick, I see them
ooh,
going. I see them going far. But
I do
yeah,
too.
personally, I gotta say either the Titans. Titans looking
Ooh,
so nice.
ooh,
You
I
got
like
Cam
that.
Ward in his second year. The throws he was making early on, like if you just watch his tape of the throws, like I know his stats weren't the greatest of all time, but just the things he was doing was shades of Caleb Williams. Like
Yeah,
it was unbelievable. You got Carnell Tate there now, and
I
you got
forgot they
a
took Carnell
yeah,
Tate. Oh
Carnell
my
Tate's an
gosh,
amazing receiver. I see him breaking
monster.
1K yards, maybe offensive rookie of the year.
I could
Um,
see that too. I could definitely see that.
so and they beefed up their O line, which is a big problem for them. So I really see the Titans making a run. Also the Saints look fantastic.
That
Tyler Shug is
I love Tyler Shugg.
he's so good.
I think that he is so slept on. I
Yeah,
think of like that rookie quarterback class, like the people that I'm most forward to looking at is like Cam Ward, obviously. Uh, but Tyler Shugg, I'd say, is probably up there. He's probably two.
no,
So
he's
that's what I'd
yeah,
say.
he's just
Shout out,
he's a leader.
yeah, exactly. Shout out my boy Jordan, Saints fan.
Yeah,
Hoping for the best for him. Obviously, they're gonna lose to the Eagles anyway. But
we'll see, bro. We'll see. But yeah, so I
all
think the
right, all
Saints
right.
Saints or Titans really make a splash this year. Keeping the football, finally decent transition. Going to college now. The SEC is talking about breaking away from the NCAA, becoming their own kind of super league or league.
I,
What do you
I
think
don't
about it? Like,
like that.
yeah, what do you think?
I don't like that. I personally, now I am also like a big fan of like keeping. I wish that they kept the uh what's it called? The divisions the same way.
Yeah.
Like I love the Pac-12, I love the Big 10, Big 12, everything, SEC, and I love keeping them separate. And the problem that you now run into with NIL is that everybody wants to join the SEC so they can get more branding and more sponsoring. But then you have teams like is it I think Tulane is in the
Hmm.
SEC? Like to
Uh,
it's
I don't know if
somebody.
yeah, to know
It's
that.
somebody who should not be in the SEC.
Yeah.
And it's like you guys are just throwing away every season you have until you have enough money to outpay Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. Like
Yeah.
you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. So I think if they broke away and made a separate league, nobody would watch NCAA anymore
Yeah.
because SEC football is the one you tune in for. SEC football is the people who you think is going to win the chip. You think this, you think that. So I think that if they did that, they'd be taking so much money out of the NCAA pockets, and I think that it would be almost too much of a super league, you know?
Yeah.
Because there would be no defense. It would be offense, 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 and that's all you would get.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree. It's very I don't like it. I again, as you said, I didn't even like the Pac-12 splitting up. I didn't like any of that. I think we should
exactly.
revert back to that. Because it just brings so much diversity to a game, and transfer portal I think kind of ruined it because you don't have these legends anymore. The biggest thing of college football that I fell in love with college football was the like the guys who made little Mountain West teams special.
Right.
Kellen Moore, for example, or
I'd
who's
even
the
say
Hawaii
recency.
quarterback? You know
Ah,
who I'm talking about?
crap. I know
Brennan.
exactly what you're talking about.
Brennan?
Yes.
Cole Brennan? It was Cole
I think
Brennan.
so,
I think it
yeah.
was, yeah,
Cole
whatever his
Brennan.
name was.
He's
Yeah.
like a highlight. He's a staple.
Yeah.
I'd even say recency bias, Ashton Genty
Yeah.
carried Boise State to the playoffs. Penn State had nine in the box just to stop Genty.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like you get to like everybody wants to join the SEC. You get to the point where it's like nobody's a name anymore.
Yeah.
Like the only people who are names now are you look at the Big Ten. Carnell Tate was a big name. Drew Aller, even though he's not the best, and I don't like Penn State, he was a big name. So you look at that, and it's like obvious who's the stud of the team. Now, name me the stud of Tennessee.
Right. Yeah. I don't
Like
there's
name me the
guys, but I don't know.
name me the stud of Alabama. Like 2 years
Yeah.
ago, or yeah, 2 years ago, before everybody was in the SEC, you could say Ryan Williams, you could say whoever you wanted, and the people would know who they are.
Yeah.
Like we had Stetson Bennett a few years ago winning a
Yeah.
championship with Georgia. Stetson Bennett. So I think it's taken away individuality, and I think it's taken away like star power, you know?
Yeah. No, and that's the big thing with the SEC breaking away is it's yes, it would be big for their own financial gain, but a lot of their issues with the NCAA is it's so chaotic. There's so much going
Right.
on. They want to lay down the law and have the teams in their um a league at this point
Right.
um to have that sort of um those laws more or less, and they've waited for the Supreme Court. They've waited for the government to like step in and be like, yo, college athletics is a mess right now, like are you going to do something
Right.
about this? And they're just dragging their feet. So
Yeah.
I do see the SEC's point of why they would want to a
Right.
certain extent. But it just college football is a mess as it is, and I feel like that would just continue to bring it into more of a chaotic state, especially if someone like the Big Ten joins them, which is a definite possibility. So
Exactly.
who knows?
I also see if the SEC were to break away, I could see entire conferences going to the SEC's Super League, and the NCAA would just become mud. It would just become irrelevant, and it would
Yeah,
just be the SEC league because the SEC league could start taking teams, taking conferences, which would hurt NCAA, and then create a new one in the SEC.
yeah,
So I just think I don't know. I think what they're doing, if in the long run it works out and teams start going over there, that it would just become a new NCAA. I also think that it could destroy both. It could also make the SEC so much more entertaining. It could also make that NCAA so much more entertaining. I just don't think it's a smart move.
I don't think it is either. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they don't, but who knows? All right,
Who
last
knows?
one here, number one, Big Papi, LeBron's decision.
The GOAT, the
LeBron,
absolute GOAT. I don't want to hear
where
anything about it. The GOAT,
Yeah, I mean,
undisputed GOAT.
he's the go. Where do you think is the most realistic spot he's got?
I mean, obviously, Philly. Come on,
Nah, dude, he's
come
not
on.
going to the Sixers. I know you're a
Nah,
Philly fan. He's not going to the Sixers.
I'm a Sixers fan, so I got to be a little bit biased and say he's coming to Philly. But I would say I think the most realistic landing spot would be the Cavs.
Yeah.
They already have a playoff deep, they already have a deep in the playoff running roster. Their coach, they just got Kevin Love as an assistant coach. LeBron wants to have an NBA team. He wants to buy an NBA team. So I wouldn't be shocked if he wants to get back with the Cavs so he can work his way into buying the Cavs. I think that the Cavs is the most realistic destination. But I keep seeing people say it's Philly or the Cavs, so I'm gonna keep hoping and praying that he comes that my beautiful king, my goat, my LeBron, Le King, everything. I hope he comes to Philly.
A pocket full of sunshine, bro. Yeah, I mean, I could
Oof.
see it. I could see him going to the Cavs is, I think, the most realistic spot. That's where I want him to
Yeah,
go, more or less. Because as you said, he's Cleveland. He is Cleveland. Like
he is
Cleveland, this
Cleveland.
is for you. It's
Yeah,
um some of the most major points in his career have been in Cleveland, and he's the
right.
Akron
3-1
kid.
comeback.
Yeah, it makes the most sense legacy wise in my mind. And I think
Yeah,
he's very big on that. My only issue is some of the team, like James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, it's kind of a weird mix. I mean, you still have Jared Allen, which is I think really fits well with LeBron.
I
Um,
agree.
but this is my conspiracy theory. It's scripted, Adam Silver, whatever. Today's date, 7/22, yeah?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, 7/22. It's tomorrow, 7/23. What number does
Oh,
LeBron wear?
oh,
23. What
23.
number
Oh
does the
no.
newly acquired Giannis Antetokounmpo wear for the Heat? Number 7. It's going to be 7/23. This is recorded on 7/22. If I'm right,
If
LeBron will
he's
go to the
right,
Heat tomorrow. I think
Heat, you got to sponsor us.
I know. I think he goes to the Heat tomorrow is a very, very real possibility because I would just be like, oh, what? 7/23 on
Plus,
7/23.
I don't know if you've been looking, but apparently the Miami Heat's YouTube channel
Yeah.
schedule got leaked. And in it, there was a thing that said LeBron's decision or something like that. LeBron interview,
Yeah.
LeBron, whatever. Why would it be on the Miami Heat YouTube if he's not going to the Heat?
So with all that being said, Pat Riley said he has the keys to the door. Spoelstra, everything. I think he plays so well with Giannis and Bam Adebayo.
I agree.
I don't think I really think the Heat are the front runners, and
Right.
legacy wise, family wise, I think you should go to the Cavs. But if he really wants to win a chip, if he really wants to make a splash and be LeBron, he goes to the
Yeah,
Heat. He teams up with
I
Giannis.
agree.
He teams up with Bam. So
Plus, what I will say is I said this to somebody who didn't want him on the Phillies because he thought he would take all the spotlight away from Embiid and Maxey and Edgecombe. LeBron is coming off of his most assist focused year ever.
yeah,
You watch any tape, he sacrificed the 10-point game, his like whatever, 2000 10-point game in a row. He sacrificed that to pass it for an open three to win the game. I'm just saying. I don't think that there would be any. I think if he went to the Heat, you would obviously want to stop LeBron, right? That
yeah,
what are you going to do when LeBron hits a behind the back pass
yeah.
to Giannis, who just yams it on your head?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, and there's nothing you can do about it. And if they surround him with shooters, if they surround that team with shooters, I
oh
think
my
they could really
God.
make a run in the East and be that team to take it. He retires off a chip. I think LeBron goes to the Heat
I th-
tomorrow.
I would. Oh, if you're right,
Tomorrow.
dude. Oh
Dude,
my
I
God, if you're right.
crazy.
Oh,
That'd be
if you're
nuts.
right. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. All right. So that was wrapping that up. Top five. Going next. I want to ask you early Heisman watch. Who are you looking at?
So I know he had a bad season last year. I know he was the most overhyped quarterback in NCAA history. And I know that he might just be a Nepo baby to the Manning brothers.
Yeah.
Give me Arch Manning to get
Arch
the
Manning.
Heisman here.
Yeah.
Give me Arch Manning. I'm putting $10 on Kalshi on it too. Kalshi, sponsor us, please. If they don't sponsor us, we got to bleep out the name.
I know.
But I low key, I think coming off of a bad year, he's gonna want to prove himself. everybody's hating, everybody's doing this. The Texas fans are probably hating too, which horns down, by the way. So I just thought I'd
Oh,
point that out there. Horns
yeah, fair
down, but
enough.
I love Arch Manning. Um, so I got Arch Manning going there. I don't have them winning the national championship, but I do have him winning Heisman. I think it would be like a 9-3 team and he wins Heisman off that.
Okay.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah, I honestly agree. I think the way he started performing at the end of last year was a very, very good look. He started to turn up.
Right.
He was doing really well. And then now this season you have Cam Coleman coming in from Auburn. That's gonna be his number
hmm
one guy. I could really, really see. I know you said you didn't see Texas winning it all. If Texas is gonna win it all, it's gonna be next year, and it's because of Arch Manning. They're a
I agree.
solidified SEC team. They're gonna make the CFP in my opinion. It's just
hmm
if they win it all or not.
Yeah.
For me, Heisman watch. I got my top three. I got
Oh,
one
you have a
dark.
top three.
I got
See,
a
I
dark horse.
I I didn't come prepared enough with the
Nah,
top
dude.
three, but
So I got Arch Manning. I got Arch Manning as one of them. I don't know where he's
right.
gonna fall, but I do really think with Cam Coleman coming in and the weapons he has surrounding him, he's figured it out with Steve Sarkisian. Like he's up there. I don't see how he's
Yeah.
not. Um, oh my God, the Ohio State wide receiver.
No way we're blanking right now.
You know who I'm talking about?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Blank Fest.
Absolutely blanked.
It'll come back to me. Let's go to my dark horse, Drew Mestamaker. Drew
I
Mestamaker, Oklahoma State. I think he balls out. He breaks records. He has Caleb Hawkins in the backfield that transfer with him. Oklahoma State had the 15th ranked transfer portal class. I think they make a run for the CFP. They come in. I don't know if they win any games, if I'm being honest, but I think
right.
Drew
I can agree.
Mestamaker wills them to like an 11-1 season. He wins the Heisman. I
I
truly
like
could see it.
I like that dark horse a lot. And I found and the receiver, you're talking Jeremiah Smith. What are
Jeremiah
we
Smith. Yeah,
doing?
yeah, yeah. I don't know
What are
what
we
we're doing, dude.
doing?
I don't
What are
know
we
what we're doing.
doing?
Yeah,
How are we making a
Jeremiah Smith.
podcast on sports right now? God.
And we're blanking on Jeremiah Smith. But yeah, Jeremiah Smith is he's gonna break the like basically all. Have you seen that? He's gonna break all
Yeah.
the if
He's
he
literally about to break all OSU records.
yeah if he basically just like plays the way he's been playing, he's gonna break every record. It's really hard not to give Heisman to a guy like that. It's as a Heisman
Yeah.
voter, it's really hard to say, wow, one of the most generational prospects and college players of all time. Come on, like you gotta give him where credits too. So
I
those are my
agree.
top three. I don't know.
I like no, I like that top three. I like that top three. And I like that you went for a dark horse because I was just thinking I don't even know why. I was tunnel vision on winner.
Nah, it's valid.
I agree. I
We didn't
100% agree.
we didn't prepare, man. We didn't
No,
come
we gotta go. We
notebook
gotta.
ready.
I'm bringing a whole notebook. I'm gonna
Let's
literally
do
be
it.
flipping through pages like this, just ripping.
Hey, dude, this is episode one. This is what we do.
Episode one. We gotta bounce off this too.
Exactly. All right, so that was kind of my. Oh, actually, one more. What's a college team? Who do you think is going to win the CFP then?
It does pain me to say this. It's a team that was snubbed last year.
Okay,
Easy schedule last year. They're not in a conference.
really?
I'm kind of leaning Notre Dame.
Wow. Okay.
They went 2 years ago now. And I low key am thinking they bounce off that. They have one of the youngest coaches and one of the best coaches in the league right now. They have deep pockets for NIL. I just, I think that they can make a run. They're coming off a season they didn't make the playoffs. They're gonna be wanting revenge. I could definitely see Notre Dame winning, if not at least making a push to win.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, you have CJ Carr. I totally forgot about CJ Carr. He's a really good
I did
quarterback.
too. He is a great
He's gonna
quarterback.
come in. He's gonna be really good. And they always,
Yeah,
I feel like Notre Dame always just has a solid team. Like
they do. They
they're
do.
never like lacking at one position, and they're
Right.
always so well rounded. So I think, yeah, I really do think if CJ Carr plays really well and the weapons they have, I could see, as you said, them making push for the
I agree.
CFP.
I 100%
Personally,
agree.
personally, I think Indiana goes back to back. I truly do think they got Josh Hoover. He's Mendoza 2.0. He's the second usage in RPO in college football, and number one was Fernando Mendoza. So he's going to be put into the system with Signetti and Shanahan to where he can just succeed. They have one of the best O lines, if not the best O line in the entire uh NCAA,
Yeah.
and I really don't see them how they don't go back to back or at least make a really big push for it.
I could see that. The only critique I would have on that is that they were an old team last year.
Fair.
Like they had a heavy number of kids who were not like young. They had a
Yeah,
lot of kids leave. They had a lot of kids that just didn't they don't have any more eligibility. So I definitely could understand them making a push. But what I would worry about with that is what young kid is going to step up and fill the role.
true.
Which young kid is gonna be a breakout star. I think Signetti's a great coach. I think that he definitely has what it takes to take Indiana back. But I could also see a 9-3 season in their future just based on how the young guys perform. But obviously, I hope not because Indiana was so much fun to watch in the playoffs
Yeah.
last year. So that's like what I would say about that. But I do like that take.
No, I did. Yeah. I mean, I think their like average was like 24 years old or like 23, 24,
Yeah,
which is that's not very manageable or sustainable in the college football realm.
I agree.
So, all right, this is how we're gonna end off every single episode. We're gonna go walk on of the week. We're the walk-ons. We're gonna go walk on of the week. Jackson, go
Walk on of
ahead.
the week.
Guy who's just
World
like chip
Cup.
on his shoulder,
Yeah.
just a guy.
World Cup just ended. Shout out Spain for beating Argentina.
There you go.
Um, Big win. Lost $10. Thought they were gonna win in regulation. Took them 100
Fair.
and something minutes. So that was awesome. But uh, my guy, my walk on of the week, I'm going Lamine Yamal.
Okay.
He's 19 years old. He is Spain's prodigy. And he was one of the reasons that Spain made that World Cup final. I see so much potential in him. He's got the chip on his shoulder. He walks in there like he's McGregor every single match.
Yeah.
He's like if you watch the parade, he's the guy in Spain. And on top of it all, it low key could have been rigged, but the final was Argentina versus Spain, and I think it was literally it was like 19 years ago. Messi took a picture with Lamine
Yeah.
Yamal when he was a baby and he was holding him.
Yeah.
So if that's not speaking volume into the next Messi or the next Ronaldo or the next Neymar, I don't know what is. I don't know. I'm really excited to see what he can
Yeah.
do in the future. And I really hope for just a real I really hope to be able to come back to this and be like, yep, I told you guys that Lamine Yamal was going to be the next star. So that's what I would go with there for my walk on of the week.
I love it. I love it. He's might be GOTW, go to the week at this point because
He
I
might
fully
be.
agree. I think he's gonna be the future. He is the future of soccer.
I agree.
All right, my walk on of the week. Got dark in my room for the walk on of the week, bro.
I was going to say, dude, it's a
Got
lot of
eerie.
anticipation now.
But it's a guy I already talked about. I love this guy. This guy is my favorite quarterback in college football. Drew Mestamaker. I could
You
go
had him
on
as
and
your dark
on.
horse too, dude.
He's my dark horse. He's my guy. If if I got to go with any players, like one of my favorite players in college football, it's Drew Messmaker. The way he throws a football, I just want to talk about that for a second. The way he holds it down, like just his motion, it's nothing I've seen before, but also everything I've seen before. Like he's got a little
Yep.
Rodgers like sidearm. He holds the ball. He's lanky and he's big and he holds the ball like low but he's very mobile, which is something you don't see
Yeah.
out of these like lanky quarterbacks. And
Right.
I think he's truly the next generation of quarterback. Yeah, he still has his flaws.
No, he's
He's
not
not that
perfect.
guy. Yeah, he like some of his decision making is very iffy, but the way he throws the rock, his raw arm talent, he's got shades of Josh Allen, but he's also got shades of Aaron Rodgers and
Yep.
just the things he does is unbelievable. And this guy, he is a walk-on. Like he walked on to North Texas.
Yep.
He didn't start a single snap of high school football. Walks on North Texas. He starts as the seventh string quarterback, works his way up, redshirt freshman. I think it was like the last game of his freshman year or his redshirt freshman year. No, it was like his true freshman season, the last game. Quarterback got hurt. They were like, all right, let's throw a Maker out there. He throws for what, like 400 or 500 yards, and
Yeah,
he
exactly.
pops off. And you go to Oklahoma State, you transfer there with your old head coach that you did all these great things with at North Texas, and you got Caleb Hawkins back there. I think they're going to be the big trio of college football. Um, and they're going to be more or less the Shaq and Kobe of college football, Caleb Hawkins and Drew Messmaker. So Drew Messmaker, my walk into the week, he is my guy. I love him. I want a jersey. I want to see him win Heisman, all these different things. So yeah,
I'm so down to see it, dude. I'm so down to see that.
I'm fired up. Yeah,
I'm so ready for college football, dude.
I'm so ready for college football. All right, so that's gonna be the end of our first episode of or just walk-ons with
Yep.
Niko and Jackson. Couple things to watch out for next week. LeBron, if I'm right,
Bron,
tomorrow.
maybe
Bron, where you at?
tomorrow. If
Dude,
you
if I
call
call it, that'd be
that,
unbelievable.
oh my God.
But so we got LeBron hopefully soon. Again, training camp keep coming out. There's probably gonna be big stories there. There's still holdouts. MLB playoffs are coming up. I know you're a huge MLB guy.
Big MLB guy
Um,
right here.
I'm gonna be tapping back into that, but more. This is a little bit of a dead period of sports. I won't lie.
It really is. The World Cup just
World
ended.
Cup just ended. There's
We're
no
in like the dull
football.
period. There's no football yet.
Yeah,
MLB is just it's not at that point where you want to start watching
yeah,
yet if you're not involved, obviously.
yeah.
Um, NBA isn't in, so it's a rough point of sports, but we're gonna power through.
We're gonna
That's what
get
we're gonna do.
through
We're gonna
it,
power
and
through.
then when the day comes where it's college football and all these different things, we're gonna be celebrating and happy. So
We might actually be in person too
we
for
might be
that when
there.
that starts.
We might
So
be
you never
there.
know. We might be
Yeah.
there.
So, all right. Well, thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Walk-Ons with Niko and Jackson. See you next week.
Have a good one, guys.